Overall, I have spent... I don't want to... Like, thinking about it makes me nervous to think about how much I've spent on this. But like I said, I dipped into some emergency money, and I do not spend money I don't have. So, thankfully, I'm not in debt. And like I said, I put this under the context of, would I have saved money buying them here than buying them used? And that's a video I do want to make. I should probably save the stream just so I can say that in the opening of the video. And here we are today. So, time to put my money where my money is, and see if what I did would have actually saved me some cash if I were to buy these games in their used physical forms. I'll be comparing them to what I would find on Amazon and GameStop. I don't really trust eBay that much, so I'm focusing on these two. Unless they show me no results. Spoiler alert, that only happens 3 times. Starting with the Wii U, I'll go over the titles that I downloaded that are from the Wii. Now, I'm only counting the games I downloaded when the announcement was made. Otherwise, if I were to go over every game I've downloaded for both the 3DS and the Wii U, we'd be here all day. First up, we have Pandora's Tower. This was one of the 3 games from Operation Rainfall back in the Wii days, where fans pushed to get 3 games localized, those being Xenoblade Chronicles, The Last Story, and Pandora's Tower. It took me this long to get it, but now I have 2 of the 3. With The Last Story being the only one that escapes me. GameStop doesn't even have this one on their site. Amazon is currently out of stock when I checked, and no used copies either. And with that, I'm left with no other choice but to check eBay. And yikes! The lowest is about $90 with shipping! Off to a good start is putting it lightly. A little editor's note, I checked Amazon again when I was editing this, and they had a renewed copy for $197. We're just gonna stick with the 85 on eBay, one of the only few times you'll see it on here. Next up is Pikmin 1 and 2. I couldn't pass up what could be the last opportunity to get the new Play Control versions of them. This will be $40 together. GameStop only shows $35 for Pikmin 2 and only for in-store pickup. And if I can't get it online, then I consider it unavailable, and just a win in general for getting it instead of not. On Amazon, it's a different beast, as I'm seeing it for $151, and Pikmin 1 is about $55. I'm trying to round things high or low. Right now, with just these 3 games that I spent $60 on, I've saved $231. I already consider this a win, and we've just gotten started. Super Mario Sluggers. As far as I'm concerned, there are only 4 dedicated Mario sports genres, not counting kart. Golf, tennis, strikers, and sluggers, which is the only one I hadn't played yet. It's $40 on GameStop, and on Amazon we have $61 renewed and $36 at one of the lower prices, so pick your poison here. Super Paper Mario. Always curious about this one. I've heard mostly good things about it, so I couldn't let it get away. This one is a bit trickier, depending on how you want to look at it, but if I'm going with one of the lowest prices, then $11 is the one coming out on top, and on GameStop, it's about $26. Though if I couldn't get the case for this, then I probably would have just gotten the digital version anyway. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. I love this one on the GameCube, and much like Pikmin 1 and 2, I couldn't let this pass me up. GameStop is $20, but as you can see, it says in-store, and I've already said before, that's not gonna work. On Amazon, one of the lower prices was $23, so only about $3 were saved. Wario Land Shake It. One of the other, I've heard good things about this one, plus the hand-drawn animation. GameStop says in-store, so I say no. And one of the lower prices on Amazon is about $17. Starting to lose money, but even though I prefer physical over digital, it's easier for me to trust the quality of digital over a low-priced used game. Mario Strikers Charged. Okay, here's the thing. I already have the physical version of this game, so I basically lost on $20 no matter what. But why did I do it? Well, I'm still making the review for Strikers Battle League, and I wanted charged footage for comparison. I didn't think I had the game with me, so I downloaded it, only to find it in a completely different CD case from the ones I normally keep Wii games in. However, doing this led me to learn one thing. The save data is shared between both of them, meaning the save file for the physical is the same as the digital. Some of you might be thinking, well, duh, that's how it is. Except that on the 3DS, if you have both physical and digital, there is a save file different for both of them. I was thinking the same would be true for the Wii U, but no, they share it. It cost me $20 to know this truth. And that's it for the Wii games, so let's see how I'm doing so far. $160 for Wii games alone, and buying them used would have been about $397, saving me approximately $237. Not bad. Not bad at all. Next up are the GBA games, and right away I had to get the Minish Cap. Two things to keep in mind here. This was before the GBA games were on the Switch NSO expansion, and I had it for the 3DS thanks to the Ambassador program. So why did I buy it again? Easier to record footage, and I don't have to pay $50 a year to keep it. Buying games I already have, as mentioned earlier with Strikers Charged, is basically a loss no matter how you look at it. But I just didn't want to not have good quality footage of this game, and for $8, I think I'll be fine getting it. GameStop said, "What's this?" And Amazon said about $124, so I'm already off to a strong start for GBA games. Next up is Mega Man and Bass. As a fan, I felt obligated to get this eventually. GameStop fails, so we look to Amazon, and at $75, I am coming out on top. Super Mario Advance 4 Super Mario Bros. 3. I kinda want to exclude this one because it has all the e-reader cards that work with it already installed, which was the main reason I bought it, while I imagine buying all the cards would have costed me some body parts. And yes, I have the e-reader. But just for the heck of it, let's take a quick look and see if we can find those cards, and wah. Now let's take a look at just the game, and Amazon says about $34 with shipping at the lowest. GameStop doesn't have a clue. Golden Sun: The Lost Age. Kept hearing good things about the series, but I'm not sure when I'll get around to playing through them. Amazon gave me a little trouble, but I finally found one for about $23, which isn't all that bad. With GameStop, why am I even bothering with you at this point? The Klonoa GBA games. I wasn't sure if I was ever going to need these games or how much they would be, but I decided, better to be safe than sorry. And according to Amazon, I was right! Yikes! The first one was $80, and the second one is about $175 with shipping! GameStop didn't even know what Klonoa was. Donkey Kong King of Swing. I figured at some point I might go over the DK spin-offs. Pray for me if I have to get Barrel Blast. Basically, $31 counting shipping and handling. And GameStop just doesn't care. Super Mario Advance. I almost forgot to do this one until I got to the video editing, and things might get a little messed up in the adding department, but I've been doing my double checks. A better version of Mario 2? Sounds good to me. Amazon says about roughly $29, and you should already know what GameStop is gonna say. That's 8 GBA games at about $64 versus used games for about $571, netting me around a $507 savings. Good grief, I am really glad I bought those Klonoa games right now. Next up, and I'm just going to group up the NES, SNES, and N64 games, as I only bought one new game while upgrading 4 of them for each system. But only one new game for the NES. I'll count adding them to the total, but in terms of going over them, or why I upgraded them, it's for 3 main reasons. I don't have to pay yearly for them, I get restore points since the Wii Virtual Console didn't have those, and button mapping is key here, as even the Switch NSO Online doesn't have that. And being able to use the ZR and ZL instead of the actual shoulder buttons is a great comfort to me, especially in Mega Man X1, 2, and 3, but I bought the third one way before this happened. The only new game I bought was The Adventures of Bayou Billy for the NES. I still remember seeing this on a Screw Attack list and was always curious about it, just always barely on my radar. And based on the very little amount of time I spent with it, I don't think it's good. Amazon has it for about $30, while GameStop, take a guess. $25 saved right there. And then I have to add in how much it costs to upgrade the others. $1 for NES, $1.50 for SNES, and $2 for N64 games, times 4 for each, and I'm still in the positive by about $7. That's kind of cutting it close, but I don't think I have to worry about Paper Mario crashing on me on this system, so that's a win. The Nintendo DS games, and this is where I'm expecting to take a big loss because I already have most of them. I just wanted those better visuals and convenient recording. Zelda Phantom Hourglass, Zelda Spirit Tracks, Mario Kart DS, Metroid Prime Hunters, Kirby Canvas Curse, and Brain Age, which was about $3 less than the usual price, netting me a $57 loss right off the bat with 3 more games to come, putting me at least $87 for the DS games. But those 3 games I didn't already have actually saved me here! Kirby Squeak Squad was about $40 on Amazon plus shipping, DK Jungle Climber was about $21 plus shipping, and Mario and Luigi Partners in Time was about $110, instantly putting me in the positive at about $84. Thank you, Mario and Luigi! And if you're asking about GameStop, it said to come inside for all 3 of them, so I said no. Now for the last 4 things I got for the Wii U, not counting the DL of Tank Tank Tank. Runbow was on sale for about $3. Even though I could get this for other consoles, seeing the results on both GameStop and Amazon gave me at least a $13 positive. NES Remix 2, $10 on the store, and at least $20 on Amazon. GameStop was a no for me. Now for the next one, I upgraded Motor Rotor from the Wii Virtual Console to the Wii U Virtual Console for $3. I don't even have a TurboGrafx system, but let's go ahead and look at the price of the game, and the only thing I could find was this. So we'll go with the $35 offer. And last for the Wii U, Bomberman 93, also for the TurboGrafx, for about $6! I've been told TurboGrafx games go for high prices, and based on what I found, about $150, that would be correct! And then I found this on eBay, and I just don't trust it, so we'll go with the other one. $22 paid for games that would cost me $221, giving me a positive of $199, and we haven't even totaled everything up yet. I am killing it here, but this was just the Wii U. The 3DS is a different story. Let's start with the Virtual Console games. However, at this point, I want to speed this up, so I'm just going to show the prices on screen when talking about the games and the lowest prices I've found. Even though I want better visuals for recordings, this felt like the only alternative. And the other games I bought on the 3DS were on sale. I'm also including DLC I bought and digital-only games. It just felt fair to put those in here. But let's finally get to the topic. Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters, Metroid 2 Return of Samus, Zelda Oracle of Ages, Donkey Kong 94, Donkey Kong Land 2, and Donkey Kong Land 3, Mega Man Extreme 1, and Mega Man Extreme 2, and finally, Pokemon Blue, Yellow, Crystal, and Red. I do need to add in some stuff for this. I already have a physical copy of Crystal, and I was able to find a physical copy of Yellow for $45 later in the year, which is funny because the price sticker said $65. I won't be counting the physical version of Yellow, as it was an in-store find, and Red I bought just to have with the others. But I will count what a physical copy of Blue would cost, as out of the 3 Gen 1 games, that's the one I wish I could have gotten. And in case you're wondering why I would still buy the physical after getting the digital, it's so I could use it with my Gen 2 games, and for Pokemon Stadium 2 whenever I have access to my N64 again. Now let's get back to the games. 3D Classics Kid Icarus, Kirby's Blowout Blast, Bye Bye Box Boy, Rhythm Thief, oh dear lord! I come out on top no matter what! Escape, Resident Evil Revelations, Super Street Fighter 4, Resident Evil Mercenaries, Pokemon Omega Ruby, Steam World Dig, Stretch Mode Bundle, Fire Emblem Awakening Smash Pack DLC, Pokemon Ultra Moon, Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. I couldn't find the 3DS version, so I couldn't get a price, just the DS, and I didn't want to count that. And Mighty Switch Force. I don't think I need to go over just how many demos I downloaded. I just want to show it off. Rounding this up, I spent about $224.50 on the 3DS in its last year, and finding physical copies for most of these would have been about $1,142. Yeah, I saved around $917.50 on this part alone. In total, I spent about $565.50. Not all at once, I did it in waves, about 7 waves or so. It's nowhere near as impressive as spending about $21,000 to get everything, but this is still more than what I would assume most people would spend. And keep in mind, this isn't even everything I have on these systems. But now, let's count up how much it would have cost me to actually get the physical copies of the games. Around $2,532, thus saving me about $1,966.50. Wow! In actuality, it shouldn't come as a surprise that some of the Virtual Console games would be cheaper than finding the used versions, but some games completely caught me off guard in terms of just how much I saved, and in some cases like the Virtual Console games on the 3DS, there really was no way to pass up those options. And I did this video basically to solve my curiosity and to make content. I wanted to show what I bought, show the prices, and to see if anyone out there went, "Oh, he bought it! He bought it!" And that was my story, and now I'd like to hear yours in the comments below. Did you take advantage of the eShop? Did you get those great deals? And can I just say thank you to Capcom and WayForward and basically any company that had the brains to say, hey, we can't make any more money off of this when the deadline comes up, so why not go on sale for 75 to 90% off and make whatever we can? Nintendo should have done that too. I would have spent a lot more on their games. I better stop before I go on a tangent, but let me know down below. Did you buy any more games? Did you save any money? Were you surprised by how much some of those games cost? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in another video. Later, everyone!